Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where we bring you all the highlighted action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Louisiana Lottery, Cherry Lane Chevrolet, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Manda Fine Meat, Louisiana Department of Health and Hospitals, Tobacco-Free Living Community of Color Network, Care South Medical and Dental, and the Cardiovascular Institute of the South. Hello and welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. Of course, we come to you each week from 8418 Scotland Avenue in the heart of Scotlandville, Southern Coffee. They offer great sandwiches, salads, smoothies, great options to keep you healthy, but also tasty. Also, we come on about 6 times a week, as you can see from the graphic. You can also catch us at your leisure on our Facebook and YouTube channel. So tell your brethren far and near, catch the Jaguar Football Show wherever they can. Coach Dooley, year 2 of the Dooley era. Last year, SWAC Western Division champions, SWAC runners-up. How did you feel about your first year?
Well, I tell you what, I'm a little disappointed because expectations for me is always high, but I really commend our young men coming out there fighting first year, me coming here, but I think it helps when you've been in the conference for a while, guys know who you are, but I thought they fought hard, but I thought we came up a little short, so it's always disappointing to me because I only have one goal. Right now, that goal is just always just to go 1-0, so I think we came back and did some corrections, and I feel good about it.
We turned the page. Year 2. How did you feel about fall camp?
I thought it was very, very competitive. You know, guys went out there with competing. I'm talking about in all positions. You know, everybody always turned their attention to the quarterback, but it's more than just quarterback play. It starts there, but it doesn't end there. I was very, very impressed with our offense and defensive linemen. That's where it started, inside out, and then just the skill guys that we had returning and guys that we brought in. So I feel real good about where we are. We're still working to get better, and but I just like the neighborhood that we're in right now.
Due to time constraints, Coach, we're going to run the tape from the last fall scrimmage so people can actually see what was happening on the field. I got to tell you, Coach, I liked a lot of what I saw. The intensity was 10 times higher than last year this time. It looks like a lot of guys are competing for playing time.
Yeah, you know, that's what we want to bring to the table. You know, guys wasn't feeling comfortable.
Did you feel like you got everything you needed via the traditional high school recruiting trail, the transfers, and also the transfer portal?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a coach that's very, very confident in what I do, and right now, if you look back, there's no help for you, so you better get all that you need because this is a very competitive conference.
Coach, got to ask you, do you feel like this team is ready mentally and physically for your first game, which is this Saturday against Alabama State University in Montgomery?
You know, that's why we use the acronym WIN, and it's not about winning, it's what's important now. What's important right now is the Alabama State Hornets. So yes, I feel real confident, and we're ready to go to go 1-0.
Coach, both sides of the football, again, I was really, really impressed with your receiver core. I liked what I saw coming out of the backfield from the running back room, but I also liked the presence that Blood and Bodden had at the time I was out there for the scrimmage. But man, your defense was coming up and knocking the snot out of people. You got to appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm an offensive-minded guy, but to have a great defense, that means they're going to get the ball turned over and give it back to the offense. So I think we're working together, and I look at all 3 phases. So I look at the assessment that I made, and I thought we got better in all 3 phases.
Coach, talk about special teams. We got Beauplain returning. Who else do we have on the special teams arena that's going to help us?
Well, we also have Joshua Griffin returning, who was predicted to be our all-conference as well, and then our long snapper. We talk about Braxton Blackwell. So very pleased to have, not often that you have 3 guys in those positions that's named all-conference preseason. Okay.
Well, Coach, as you can see, great run right there. Again, a lot of great things that we saw at the scrimmage from goal line packages. Defense was stout on a couple of them. The offense scored on a couple of them. Again, I was happy. When we come back, we're going to look at more of the fall camp and talk about assistant coaches as well as hear from offensive and defensive players on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jared Dooley.
I'll take a New Orleans Saints scratch up. Play New Orleans Saints from the lottery. Just scratch, fold, and punch your way to winnings. Punch your ticket with New Orleans Saints. Win up to $100,000. Enter our second chance drawings, giving you a season to smile.
Lemonade, would you like some lemonade?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck!
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change! Wow!
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. Coach, had a chance to talk to a couple of your new assistants, Willie Totten, Chris Scott, and Quentin Burrell. Unfortunately, time constraints. We're only going to be able to hear from Totten and Scott. Roll that tape and let's see what they have to say about their positions. I'm here with Coach Willie Totten, quarterback Coach Willie Totten. Coach, welcome to the Bluff. Talk to us a little bit about, coming to the Bluff and how you feel about things going at Southern.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just a blessing to be so familiar with Southern as a player and also as a coach, and now to have the opportunity to come here to coach is almost like a dream come true. Everybody don't know, the direction you're going to end up, but I tell you what, this is great for me right now. I'm in a good place. I have good camaraderie with the coaches. And I just give all credit to Coach Dooley for giving me this opportunity.
Beautiful. Coach, all the success you had, sometimes great players in different sports, turning it from player to coach and teaching is a challenge. Has that been a challenge for you to work with quarterbacks who maybe have not been as talented as you were on the field?
Well, I think if you're going to play the position of quarterback, I think you got to have some type of qualities to be able to be in that position. Mm-hmm. and being familiar with the position and I just try to find out where they are and meet them halfway where they are and just try to develop their skills, because everybody got skills if they're playing the quarterback position, but we want to make sure those skills set what we're trying to do here at Southern.
Okay. Last question, Coach. Talk about your quarterback room, getting ready for our first game. You got a lot of expectation this year. You got a great receiver core. Talk about your quarterback room and what you've seen so far in fall camp.
Well, I tell you, I had an opportunity to be with these guys in the spring. I came in the spring and had an opportunity to observe those guys and really see what they bring to the table. And I like the way they approached it. I like the way they approached the summer workouts. And now we're in fall camp. I like the way they approach it. I mean, the guys are excited. They're competing, and that's what we ask for. We ask for those guys to compete and let the chips fall where the chips fall. And we know with that receiving crew that we have that we need a guy who can throw the football. And we got some guys in the room that can throw it. I mean, we can make all throws, and I'm very excited to see where we can go with this offense and with these quarterbacks.
Well, Coach, sprinkle some of that Willie Totten magic on them, and let's get a SWAC championship.
Hey, go Jags.
Go Jags. Coach Chris Scott, how does it feel about being back home on the Bluff?
Man, I feel glorified. It's an honor to be back. It's good to be back at home. Just to see the old faces and things like that. I'm glorified about it. I'm glad I have the opportunity to come back and coach these young guys.
All right. Coach, when you were here, you were all-world linebacker, which is a total mindset. Now you're coaching defensive ends. Defensive ends are some bad boys on the football field, but they're not linebackers. Right. Tell me how you switch your mindset as a linebacker, which is attack, and to coach defensive ends who have to contain and then attack. They really have a different role than a linebacker. How did you go about changing your mindset to be able to coach defensive ends?
Well, I was offered a job back in '98 at Tennessee State with L.C. Cole.
Okay.
And so I coached defensive line there. So football is football.
Yep.
You know, and it's all about motivation, teaching, being a teacher on the field. And so what I did, I got down and so I talked to some defensive line coaches that were older than me that groomed me on it. And so I took the motivation. I took a lot from Coach Cassim. Mm-hmm. I used some sayings from Coach Rob. Wow. And I put my own philosophy together. And so the guys, they bit into it. Yeah. You know, and so it's all about teaching, motivating, and get them to play.
Beautiful. So you pull from the ancestors.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So last question, Chris. You know, defensive line is such an important part of a defense, a winning defense. You got the defensive ends. Tell us about your defensive ends and the defensive line in fall camp.
Well, I tell you what we have. We have some young guys. Okay. We have one senior, T. Brown, who's going to be good for us. We have Givens that's playing the other end. He reminded me a lot of Rufus Porter.
Kelby Givens.
Yeah, he has a high motor. Mm-hmm. Then we have some young guys, Monroe and Harry, that we feel that's going to really help us. So my job is to teach them, motivate them, give them that experience that I had, and just to be true Jaguars and bring back Big Blue, the dog day defense. So I just tell people, just come see us. Just come and support us. You're going to see a good football game.
Thank you, Coach Totten and Coach Scott. Check out the Facebook page to catch all of those interviews, including wide receiver coach Quentin Burrell. When we come back, we're going to talk about the offensive side of the ball on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope and healing is just a phone call away.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the Capital Region at cardio.com.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jerry Dooley. Each week in this segment, we're going to be bringing you the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. And of course, we haven't had a game yet, but we've had a lot of fall practice. So Coach, who were the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of Fall Camp?
Well, you know, I can name quite a few from the offensive side of the ball. When you talk about a Jalen Howard, he came in, I thought he hit the ground running, knew the offense and played well within the offense. Then you talk about a Kobe Dillon, a guy that's been hungry to get back out there, and he showed a lot of flashes. But then you had the newcomer as well when you talk about a Garrett Qualls, a young man that's not no stranger to this conference, but did well. But you know, the biggest surprise to me, and not surprise, but the biggest guy in this camp to me was Harold Blood. I thought he came out and showed a lot of different things that you look for in the quarterback, not something that we asked him to do that he had within him anyway. You talking about the leadership, you talking about the work ethic, and just talking about just commanding the whole offense as well as the whole team.
Well, Coach, you mentioned 3 of the names that you're about to hear from. We had a chance to catch up with J.R. Blood, Kobe Dillon, and Jalen Howard. Check out the Alpha Media Player interviews. All right, I'm here right now with Harold J.R. Blood, our starting quarterback for this fall. Nice to meet you. Blood, I got to ask you first things first.
Yes, sir.
Starting quarterback, that's a lot of pressure that comes with that. How are you going to deal with that?
I try to stay even keeled at all times, never too high, never too low. And that's kind of the name of the game, and that's with any situation. I feel like that'll put me in the best positions at all times.
Beautiful. Question. So, Coach Dooley's offense is a dynamic offense. I really like it from a perspective of a fan. It's usually scoring a lot of points. Talk to us a little bit about whether you like spreading it out more or you like the run-pass option, the RPO version of it. What does Harold Blood like to execute?
I'm a pocket passer.
Okay.
So I love the spread offense, and I love this high-tempo offense. It keeps me on my toes, so it always forces me to think, which is pivotal for a quarterback. So I just love the offense. Everything it brings to the table, it's a show for the fans, and it allows us to show our capabilities.
Okay. Last question. What's a successful season look like for Harold Blood and the SU Jaguars?
Select championship, celebration, bowl champs, nothing less.
There you have it. Good luck to you.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. I'm here with Jalen Howard, the new guy at wide receiver, coming over from Prairie View. Jalen, got to ask you first question. Do you like catching the long ball, or do you like catching it underneath and putting your feet to work?
I just like the ball in my hands, so I'm going to go to work regardless. But if I have a choice, I'd say the long ball. I like to get the offense off the field real quick.
Okay.
Sir.
Talk to us a little bit about the chemistry developing between the quarterbacks and the wide receivers in fall camp.
We have a great chemistry. All the quarterbacks want to go to work. We put in extra work. They want to know the timing of our routes, how many steps we take to get out of our routes, and just to know the speed of each and every receiver, where to put the ball.
Talk to us about what a productive season looks like for Jalen Howard.
A productive season for me would be 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns.
Whoa, I love it. All right, Jalen, good luck to you this year.
Good, thank you.
All right, man. All right, I'm here with running back Kobe Dillon. Kobe, you had an incredible first year at Southern, exciting. Your skill set was exemplary, and everybody was really, really high on you after that first year. Second year, season-ending knee injury. Knee ready? Are you ready mentally?
Yes, sir, 100%. I did a lot of rehab, and I rehabbed hard, and I'm just ready to get on the field and explode.
Okay, let's talk about you. You prefer running between the tackles, you prefer busting it on the outside, you prefer the run-pass option where you maybe catch it and use your feet. What does Kobe Dillon like to do with the ball?
I'm all around. It doesn't matter.
Complete back?
Complete back.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You give me the inside, outside, I'm going to take it.
What about blocking for the quarterback?
All that, anything, all around.
Okay, all right.
Great pass play, great touchdown.
All right, you heard it from Kobe. Last question, Kobe. What are some of your goals for this season?
There isn't any set goals.
Okay.
The main focus is win the championship.
Championship. Okay, national championship. All right, well, good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right, welcome back. Thank you, guys. Looking forward to what you're doing on the field this year. When we come back, we're going to look at the defensive side of the ball on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jared Dooley.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck.
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change.
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
Hit your way to winnings with Blackjack from the lottery. Win up to $2,100. Take a walk on the wild side with Wild Tens. You could win up to $14,000. The stars are out tonight with Bonus Star Bonanza. Top prize is a star-studded $30,000. Pick up all 3 tickets today. The Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile.
Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
As promised, we're going to jump into the defensive side of the ball with a couple of player interviews. All right, I'm here with Jordan Carter. Jordan, defensive back. Jordan, big expectations for you this year as a leader of the team. You're coming in as a first-team preseason all-SWAC player. Are you ready for that responsibility?
Yes, sir. I believe I'm ready. I believe I was born ready. I believe it's an anointing on my life. So all I got to do is come in and do my job, lead the guys that's behind me, and the rest is going to be history. It's going to be a fun year for sure.
Beautiful, beautiful. Jordan, talk about the defense. You got a lot of respect coming in the preseason. People are expecting big things from the defense. Talk about your defense from all 3 positions.
As far as for right now, this defense right now is going to be special. We have a year under our belt to playing with each other, so we started to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses. We communicate very well, and the ultimate goal is going from good to great. That's what our defense coordinator has been adamant on this past offseason. So we're going from good to great, and we're challenging ourselves every day.
Beautiful. Last question, Jordan. What are some of your goals for this season?
My goal is mainly team goals. I want to win a national championship. I want to go undefeated. And I'm really on a revenge tour for everything that we didn't accomplish last year. Some goals for myself. I want to be first team. I want to be box draw All-American. I also want to be the Ligas Women's Award winner this year. So with all faith in God, I believe all those things will happen to be possible.
You heard it from the man, Jordan Carter. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Kristen Davis, defensive back for the Jaguars. Kristen, you're coming into the season with a little hype, second team all-SWAC. That kind of puts a bullet on your back. Guys going to throw at you. Are you ready for that?
Yes, sir. This is what I prepared for all summer, all fall camp. I'm ready for it. I know I got a bullet on my back. That's how I look.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Let's talk about the secondary. You know, you guys are going to play man. You guys are going to play cover 5. What y'all going to do this fall?
We're aggressive defense. We like to play man, and we like to get in your face. We're physical. You know what I'm saying? We like to play physical, fast, and smart. So that's what we all about.
Okay. All right. Last question, Kristen. Are you one of those strictly cover corners, pretty boys, or you going to put your helmet on somebody and stick somebody?
Hey, I'm a versatile corner. I do it all.
Okay. All right. Kristen said he's going to pop somebody. All right, Kristen. Good luck to you this year.
Appreciate it.
All right. I'm here with Big Taj Brown, our defensive tackle this year. Taj, last year, 35 tackles, 8.5 sacks. You're coming in as a first team all SWAC preseason. That's some pretty heady stuff. Are you ready for this season, and what kind of numbers do you want to do this year?
I'm most definitely ready for the season. I got my goals. I'm set out, for the season. I don't put the goals out, but the biggest thing is try to, impact the game as best as I could to help my team win and help us be the best defense in the country.
Talk about the team on defense. Defensive tackle, you stopping it all up in the middle. The defensive line, as the defensive line goes, usually the defense goes. Talk to us a little bit about the defense.
Oh, that's most definitely true. Teams that win championships have disruptive defensive line, and that's what our coaches, put in our head that we got to be disruptive. And we got a lot of guys, coming back. We got a lot of experienced guys, and we just start on the edge. Kelvin Givens, a young guy, but he's like a veteran on the field. He played hard every snap.
Yeah.
Talking about interior with Rasheed Lyles coming in, transferring. We got Christian Zachary transferring in, real good inside. Willie Miles that been playing here a couple of years, but I think he coming along real well. And Derek Perry on the edge. So I think we'll be real. We got a lot of depth on the edge and the inside this year. So
sounds good.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the capital region at cardio.com.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope in healing is just a phone call away.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
Go Jags!